Hey guys, I'm back with another episode of our holiday playthrough of Sherlock Holmes Chapter 1. I'm TJ. If you're keeping track, this is the fifth episode. And in the last episode, we were continuing on, or we are uh, headed out to. Hang on a second, I'm sorry. Alright, there we go. So, what's going on is that we're in the middle of a case in regards to. Well, let me backtrack a bit. So basically, we went to what 2 episodes ago. We went to in episode 3. Towards the end of episode 3, we went to Sherlock's old home, Stonewood Manor, and he was putting together a flashback in regards to the mysterious circumstances regarding his mother's death. And he remembered 2 people in his house that he forgot about. One of which is what we're investigating right now, Theodore Gilden, who's an old family friend, and also the neighbor down the street um, around the corner. So we went to his house, and the gate was all broken down. And it turns out that he he had an elephant, and that one escaped. And while Sherlock was investigating the crime scene, from what he gathered, it turns out that his elephant potentially killed Theodore Gilden. And at the same time, there was a mysterious figure, like on the other side, or right near his, right in his backyard, and apparently a knife was found. That's used a lot by sailors. So um, we checked out a yacht club. But before that, we went inside the house and we found that uh, Theodore Gilden's daughter, Imogen, and we found some interesting things. So first of all, here's Imogen, the daughter of Theodore, and turns out that she's in a relationship with Paul Perks. But when we went to the yacht club to find Paul Perks, he's actually a woman, basically in disguise as a man. And as you see right here, basically to attain a higher social order. And not only that, she's a yacht's woman champion in the yacht races. And turns out that she wasn't responsible for Theodore Gilden's death. It actually shocked Paul that Theodore Gilden died, or let's say he got killed by the elephant. So now, while we're investigating both Theodore Gilden's house and also at the yacht club in, let's see, where's it at? Right here, at the Celestia Yacht Club. It looks like Theodore Gilden got himself into some sort of gambling situation. But also Theodore Gilden might have, looks like he got into some real estate of some sort regarding a construction plan for ivory baths. And his partner, Ace Swift, well, it's actually Arthur Swift, as clarified by Imogen, was, Mr. Gilden's business partner right there, and his name was crossed off of the list for some reason. So we didn't investigate him yet because we were investigating Paul Perks' situation. But now we got that out of the way. So more or less, she's been cleared. Well, about to be cleared in regard to the death of Theodore Gilden. And now we are now entering some sort of, I believe, a mine or a dig site. And the only way to get in there is to basically get a job in there. And it looks like we got hired right away based on certain requirements that need to be met to work at the dig site. So now we're heading over there right now. And we're going to check and see what's going on over here. We could potentially wrap up this main case, and then also we're going to do some side quests in relation to the Cordona Stories. The Cordona Stories is basically putting together flashbacks from when Sherlock was a child while living in Cordona. And they've been very interesting. It's some good character development in regards to all this.
Stop loitering and get inside.
And also, from time to time in this episode, I'm going to talk about the... Oh, it's a new open area. From time to time, I'm going to talk about the 2021 Game Awards. It was I would say it was a really good Game Awards show. It made up for a lot of stuff that we missed last year because of COVID, and now we encountered a lot of gaming announcements. Some of the games I'm interested in. Arc Raiders is a good one. It's a co-op multiplayer shooter, third person. Excuse me.
Newcomer, talk to the professor first. He's the old fellow with the glasses and the plans.
Also, what other games was announced? Oh, Hellblade. Hellblade 2 is coming out. That makes me want to get an Xbox Series X even more. We saw the first gameplay footage of Suicide Squad kill the Justice League. More on that. I'm going to talk with this guy real quick.
Where's the fire in your eyes? Where's the smile? I am sick and tired of seeing apathy among the new workers.
Sir, believe me, I do have the spark. I want to start work straight away. It's as important to me as it is to you.
Ah, that's the spirit. I'm on the verge of a great discovery.
How did you meet?
Don't ask questions. You'll have to find the answers yourself. I'm not a nanny. I'm a busy man who is changing the course of history.
When was the last time you saw...
Young man, you're disappointing me. I'd like to see a bright career for you as the best digger on the island. Don't ruin it. We'll talk when you find something useful.
I am ready to work.
Splendid. Do you know what I am working on?
Archaeological treasure. You're hoping to find something priceless, something that will change our history.
Bravo, young man. I couldn't have said it better myself. It's true. We're looking for Vitus Lemonius's tomb.
I'll help you. That is my goal as a worker.
Good. Listen to me carefully, then. I hate repeating myself. I am Professor Swift. We have 3 rules here. Don't touch anything. Always return the tools, and don't distract me unless you find something.
Sounds simple enough. Are you the only one in charge here, Mr. Swift?
Yes, I am the only one, and no one else. You hear anything other than that, it's a lie. People of your kind can have difficulty understanding who's in charge. Take a minute, memorize my face, and then get to work.
Oh, I will definitely take a closer look to memorize my superior.
Would that be on the left? Oh, never mind. He would have been divorced. Oh, well, either way. Yeah, this is the most likely one. I don't see him as a money grubber just based on the vibe that I'm getting from him. What does he say if he's a money grubber here? There is nothing here that says that he entered the field of archaeology solely for financial reasons. At least not yet. I mean, it doesn't even state... Hang on. It doesn't say anything about his book. new clothes. They're dirty because he's been on the ground for so long. So I'm gonna lean on this one. They can't be wrong. Like, I don't see it just based on the attitude. Like, I'm trying to ask him a question. He's cutting me off. He wants me to get to work. I mean, a lot of archaeologists are really serious about their work. They want to keep looking to find, like, rare artifacts and historical feats that no one has ever found. So, more than likely, he's definitely an archaeologist.
I wish I could be as passionate about something as you are, Mr. Swift. You value knowledge and dedication over everything else.
It's a long road, young man. A sharp eye and attention to detail are the only stepping stones along this path. You have to sacrifice everything you love for the larger prize.
Exactly. So much in life is superficial. I wish more people would understand.
I never heard a truer word, lad. Folk will ignore what truly matters in life, and for what? Convenience.
Bold words indeed. I doubt that many scientists would be willing to support their bragging with fieldwork.
The academic world is full of restrictions. Our honorable professors are too afraid to dirty their hands. God forbid if they have a stain on their shirt. You can follow in my footsteps. You can start learning by returning to work. Show me what you can find.
Alright, let's see what we got here.
Take a shovel and dig. Don't touch anything here. Get back to work.
Not while he can see me. This reminds me of my father's room.
Interesting. What's John doing at the fireplace? Keeping himself warm. There's a set.
A plan for this whole operation. This might prove useful. I'll note it down.
Interesting, okay.
Let me warm my bones here.
Yeah, so back to what I was saying about the game trailers, or the game awards, or game trailer awards, I should say.
Straw dolls. Eerie, but effective for a scene recreation.
Oh, I want one of these. Or two.
Oilcloth. Won't fade and waterproof. Enough here to make 10 sails and more.
Take a shovel and dig.
Alright, so as I was saying, the game trailer award, or the game, I keep saying game trailer awards, it's basically an award show mainly overshadowed by a bunch of upcoming trailer announcements. So Arc Raiders is a big one that comes out in the summer. I mentioned Hellblade 2, which makes me want to get an Xbox Series X even more so. Hellblade, I mentioned that. I mentioned Suicide Squad. What other game? games. The biggest one is Alan Wake 2. They revealed the teaser for that one, and it's gonna have more survival horror elements than the previous game. We kind of saw a sequel coming a mile away, considering that the remastered came out back in October, in which I did our spectacular. No, I did do our spectacular playthrough for that, but that was the last playthrough that I did. That game is scheduled to come out in 2023, so that's going to be the first confirmed playthrough of 2023. As soon as that game comes out,
Swift
I will
lost his
definitely play
temper
that
when
for
he
sure.
learned what happened to the statue.
Did the Romans live in amphoras? I see nothing else here.
Swift lost his temper.
That was close.
Swift lost his temper when he learned what happened to the statue.
Quite daunting to see how deep the dig is.
Deathloop was the most. Back to the Game Awards. Deathloop was the most nominated game. They had 9 nominations. They won, I want to say, 2 awards. They didn't win Game of the Year. The biggest surprise was actually It Takes Two. That won Game of the Year, and that was directed by.
Pickaxe. A
Well,
guilty
from the third
pleasure
book.
of the
Nice.
real archaeologist. Missing your Laura, Mr. Swift?
Hey, a word about the trilogy.
Right then, you literary expert, what was so important about these books? Or did you simply need some kindling?
It's inspirational. I have a plan. Are you listening?
I wish I wasn't, but I am.
So, we catch a monkey, a langur, for example, then we extract some blood from it.
What? Why?
It will make us forever young, Sherry. Page 127, the second book.
Oh, I am so done with this.
No, wait. Then how about we make a wax statue?
I've stopped listening, John. And
I'm not killing the monkey, if that. But anyways, It Takes Two won the Game of the Year. If you don't know what It Takes Two, it's a co-op game. You can't play by yourself. It's recommended to play with one other person. It can be played via split screen or online, and it centralizes on what looks like a failing marriage between a couple, and they somehow switch bodies. There's a lot of body swapping in Japan's. Basically, gender swapping or body swapping is pretty big. It's a pretty big genre in anime for Japan, especially. So I've read a lot of good stuff about that game. I'm thinking of checking that game out. It's made by the same guy that created the game. What is that game called? Shoot, what is that game called? It came out a few years ago, and it was mainly played on split screen. What is that game called? I'm actually looking it up right now. Oh, A Way Out. There we go. A Way Out. Yeah, that's a pretty good game. It's a bit short, but it's actually a pretty good game, and I loved it.
Working and living by the sea. What a dream.
And just a friendly reminder that Deathloop is going to be our next playthrough. We're going to call it a New Year's playthrough, and that will premiere either New Year's Eve or New Year's Day to kick off the 2022 New Year. I've already got a couple of games planned out for the 2022 calendar year. We will be revisiting one of the games that I played during in our earlier full playthroughs. Because there's some downloadable content coming out for that. So I'm really excited for that, but I will talk more about that at the very end of this holiday playthrough.
Somehow the text remains legible. Let's see if I remember my Latin.
So Vetus rests nearby. Beware the one who wishes to disrupt his sleep, for he is guarded by the gazes of his brother in the autumn wind.
A sickle for harvesting. The ancient Romans honored the seasons. A goddess? A mother? Someone's wife? There were 4 statues here originally.
I wonder what the 3 other statues look like.
I see now. Mr. Swift didn't realize the significance of the statues.
I'll look around a bit more. Okay, you can't access that. Okay. So let's see what happened. Holy crap, there's a lot of possibilities. Maybe this is the one? Let's see here. Holy crap, hold on. So, hang on a second real quick. The female statue, an allegory of the minor wind god Zephyrus looking west with a basket of fruits in her hand. So hold on, where is west? So looking west. So, oh, but wait a minute. Who's? Hang on. So I gotta make sure these are positioned right. Looking east was. So, oh, hold on. So, where's the one that remains tilted? Where is it at? That's not it. This is it. So, this is the one that remains tilted. And that statue, that statue is... Statue with the lion's helmet. Oh, so I got that right. Well, let's make sure, hold on. Let's make sure... Hold on. I want to make sure it's all turned the proper way. But what was it facing though? So hold on. The statue, it originally lay on the pedestal closest to the beach, but someone kicked it over the edge. As a result, the statue broke and the pedestal remains tilted. That was something else. Did I see something else here? Here it is. Let's see. Oh man. Okay, this is gonna be a good one to investigate. Titus wore a lion helmet and fought with the sword. Originally. So it's either facing south or north. Hold on. I'm looking at something. So I got the right statue, but I gotta figure out which position it's facing. But let's see. But remaining statues of Titus and his brother Vetus. So Vetus is the other. Hold on. Let me see. Fought with the sword. I think that's right. And then Vetus. Hang on, because what was the other? But which way is he facing is the question. Because look at the. Hold on. This one has to be. Wait, so that should be Titus because he's closest to the beach. This is Vitus. Vitus? Let's see. The one with the sword and the shield. That's not it. There we go. So we got that right. And then I want to say this is definitely right for sure, but who's facing? Hold on. Statue. Looking east. So this one should be facing. Hold on. Nope. There we go. That should be that one. And then this one should be facing west. With a basket of fruit in her hand. So let's see that. There we go. So let's see if this works.
You're not even trying, Sherry. Concentrate.
Okay, so let's turn. Let's turn this. Nope. Yep, let's try this out. Let's see if this works.
It seems everything's in place. Now, let's see what this has to tell us.
Guarded by the gaze of his brother. Well, let's talk with Swift.
Take a shovel and dig.
Okay, what the hell, am I missing something?
Vitus rests nearby. Beware the one who wishes to disrupt his sleep, for he is guarded by the gazes of his brother and the autumn wind.
Oh wait, hold on. So, let's see. Trying to figure this out. Am I missing something? making a chime sound, but I'm trying to figure out where the trail starts or where... Oh, what's this? I may have found it. Let's see.
Here is your discovery, Mr. Swift. Hey, look at this.
What have you found? Don't let anyone touch anything there. Eureka! I found you, my friend.
Alright, good. Let's see what he's hiding back there. Same darts, the same two that I'm missing.
Box of darts. Handy against rodents of all kinds.
You don't want to disrupt them during mating season. How to communicate with them? That's interesting. Let's see what this says in this diary. Day. Jesus, that's almost 4 years. I think I'm beginning to understand this.
Hey, what do you think you're doing?
Aw, shit.
Trying to take over my research, are you? I come here to pick up my diary, and I find you snooping around. Explain yourself.
Mr. Swift, if that were true, I would have been on my way to the newspaper. My name is Sherlock Holmes. I didn't have a chance to introduce myself properly.
Outrageous! You deceived me, sir. What is the reason for your being here? Who sent you, Mr. Holmes?
Theodore Gilden's premature death brought me here.
Theodore is dead? How can that be possible?
I'm thinking of all the possibilities, and I'm not crossing out anyone who might have been involved. Even his elephant. The land you're excavating belongs to Mr. Gilden, does it not?
Did I hear an accusation? I have nothing to hide. You can ask me whatever nonsense you've prepared as a token of my diminishing respect towards you.
Very well, Mr. Swift. I appreciate your cooperation. Were you at the site this morning?
Affirmative. This project is taking a lot of my time, as you see. I spend more time underground than on the surface.
When did you learn about Theodore's death?
Just now. You just told me.
And you aren't surprised, shocked? I won't tell anyone if you shed a tear or two. Weren't you partners, after all?
We were. And it is a real shame. But I've seen too many deaths in my life, Mr. Holmes, for the news to truly shake me.
When was the last time you saw Mr. Gilden?
A couple of days ago. We discussed the site. I believe in the tomb and its secrets. Theodore's patience was stretched, however. He was already inventing new projects. It wasn't a long conversation. I suppose that his daughter will inherit everything now, along with all of the eccentricities and problems.
And not forgetting Goliath.
Eccentricities and problems, Mr. Holmes. One of many. Will you allow me to return to my research, or are you insisting on remaining an obstacle?
Oh, I haven't even started yet. You have a weakness for nostalgia. Or, rather, do you use it to record a list of enemies?
Young man, you need to check your moral compass. Reading another person's diary is a sin in every culture that I can think of.
But you aren't answering the question.
You've already read it. Why bother? I simply record my life to keep my memory clean from misinterpretation. Letters and pages don't lie.
But the writer of the text can. With this book, you attempted to plan an attack on the elephant?
Your insinuations are out of place. Goliath is a frightening animal. All I wished to do was to understand the creature. As any scientist would do, I researched, analyzed, and drew conclusions.
And what conclusion did you draw?
That Theodore Gilden made the animal miserable. He couldn't provide the proper environment for the beast. My interest in the subject ended there.
What's with this box of darts? Is it for a scientific argument?
A little darker than that. Rather for killing the kind of rodents that might nibble a nose or a toe in your sleep.
Let's just say I have to protect myself against a larger animal,
Like
such
an
as
elephant?
an elephant. Might it be enough to stop it, make it faint?
If I were you, I wouldn't bank on it. Moving on.
As far as I can tell, you're a man of the academic world, so this book about Nabe and Laura is just an empirical study?
What? That nonsense? I'd prefer to lose my eyesight than read such trash.
So, you know nothing about it?
I know nothing. I wish I'd never heard of it in the first place, this caricature of science.
Do I hear traces of envy? You're still relatively young that you might find your own Laura.
Perhaps I envy Nabe, for I cannot simply blow people up for distracting me. That's all. You happy now? Wonderful. I'm a busy man. I'm a busy man.
What's with this intricate recruitment process? Pro-British workers charge less?
As a head of this organization, I need to secure a productive environment. It's impossible to do so if there are political differences, especially here, where the native population doesn't support our efforts to find the ancient artifacts.
Decent pay can also stimulate productivity and shut down any political discord. Hadn't you thought of that?
You're young. You have time to fritter and fight with everyone you meet. I don't have such a luxury. Our workers receive enough pay for what they do. So don't start a discussion you know nothing about. I've nothing to add.
Your partner had a very specific attitude towards the things he treasured. Was this habitual for him?
That would have been too much even for him. Don't get me wrong, he had a harsh temper. Like a true businessman, he was ready to burn his competitors to the ground.
But threatening someone physically would have been something new even for him, am I correct?
Absolutely. Besides, I had never seen him this angry. The fellow who received the letter must have been extremely alarmed. Moving on. I've nothing to add. I'm a busy man.
Gilden's elephant is quite an unusual addition to Cordona's fauna. What is your scientific opinion on that?
No matter how much Theodore loved it, it still remained a wild animal trapped inside a stone pen. Goliath needs savannas, fields, lakes.
I'm sure that Goliath did not have a plan to kill his owner to head to the savannas. What do you think?
No, animals don't kill in a typical sense. I can only presume that it tried to protect itself from captivity, from Theodore. It was a gilded cage that was predestined to break. I've nothing to add.
Remember one of the rules? It seems that you didn't return a tool. Is this knife yours?
Do I look like a fellow who carries a knife? I don't need it.
There are plenty of uses for it on the site, and outside of it.
I have other people to cut ropes for me, Mr. Holmes.
Why is he missing? Did you see his vest? Hold on, let's take a look at that real quick.
Have you seen this person before? The one beside Imogen Gilden?
No, but he's with Imogen, so I suppose that he's a friend
See
of
that
hers.
missing
That girl always has
next
her
to the
head in
brush,
the
right there,
clouds.
on his left.
I could have said Theodore was different, but that wouldn't have been entirely true.
Away with the fairies, was he?
That's one way of putting it. Either way, I don't know much about Imogen's life or her friends. The type of elite that pretends to be educated. I'm a busy man.
Where this is the same area of the archaeological dig site. And I already know what's going on with this. I'm already thinking Arthur Swift has something to do with Theodore Gilden's death. And it's quite obvious, but hold on a second, let's talk about this.
Did this plan cause a rift in your business relationship with Theodore Gilden?
Nothing like that. Admittedly, we didn't share a common vision of what is more important, the past or the future. In my opinion, we can't build a future without knowing the past.
So you wanted to save the tomb of Vitus here, or perhaps your control over the research?
Only the knowledge that rightly belongs to humankind, nothing less and nothing more.
Yeah, that's very contradictory of what he just said, based on what we read in his book and the diary, the diary. So let's put this together. It's quite obvious that based on, well, I'm gonna, before I put the Mind Palace, before I access the Mind Palace here, so let's take a look at something real quick. The one thing that stood out was, where's it? Right there. So this right here, this, look at it. First of all, in the upper right, Arthur Swift is crossed out, presumably by Theodore Gilden. It looks like Gilden threatened Arthur Swift's archaeological dig site by, I guess they were in the early phases of Gilden wanting to construct some sort of bathhouse right here. So it looks like so it looks like the bathhouse would be in the middle, and then you would have what looks like a drinking spot right where the four statues are at. So with Swift feeling under pressure that Gilden was about to build this bathhouse at the archaeological dig site, he had to find a way to get rid of him. So why not make his death look accidental? I mean, first of all, he had a book in regards to how to communicate with elephants, and furthermore, it looked like the elephant that Theodore Gilden had was in the middle of mating season, perhaps? Maybe not. I think there was something where another person had a female elephant. But that's where we're heading into. So it looks like the elephant accidentally killed Theodore Gilden, and it was caused by Arthur Swift. And I think the darts had something to do with it. So hold on a second. Oh, that's the one that's supposed to be like urine, but it's not. Wait, what is that? Oh, I gotta test this out. Great. is this symbol? Oh, I see. There we go. Oh crap, okay, I see it. I'm gonna reset this. My question is, how can I subtract 2 from all these guys? Let me look at my math. So I can only link 1. Oh, wonder, let me try something real quick. But I feel like I'm overlooking something. Hang on. Oh, I didn't see that. So it reverses. Okay, okay, I get it now. Let's reset this. There we go. We got it. And it looks like I got that nasty pheromone crap. Nah, I'm ruling Paul out. I know Arthur Swift has something to do with this, and I think that messy elbow might have been caused when he got shoved into the shed. So I have to go back to his office?
Be swift.
Let me warm my bones here.
Oh yeah, that clock you found earlier.
This fabric will work.
Perfect. Alright. Before we can officially see that Arthur Swift can go fuck himself, let's take care of this real quick. Now what if we find gas here? The storage? Should be something in here.
It might fool an elephant.
Mrs. Neely seemed to know her sewing inside out. I bet she missed us.
I hope Miss Neely won't misunderstand me.
Alright, let's see what we can do now. Knights Road and Trinity Way in Scaladio. I mean, how hard is it to miss a big-ass elephant in this small town here? And I will be right back. Alright, so let's find Mrs. Nemi. Yeah, around the corner from the police station.
Good day, madam. I've come to you with a special requirement. The tailors on the street can't help me, I'm afraid. Could you make a doll for me?
Oh, Senor Holmes. You taught the police how to do their job, and they found the thief. Of course I will help you. But what sort of doll? A child's doll, such as my great niece might play with?
A little larger than your typical doll.
Signore, I don't understand. Boy, girl, animal, and what color?
Animal, a passionate, perhaps amorous animal.
Ah, Signore, you talk in riddles. I am an old lady who's seen it all. Tell me what you need.
I need a life-size elephant.
I think Mrs. Nini outdid herself with this one. Is that a tail?
That's a trunk job, and I must
Life-size
revisit it
one?
to
How
the
long did it take
next
for her to make that?
Well, let's not waste any time.
Holy shit. Big ass elephant doll thing? God damn, I was afraid of it. He is in heat. Ah, okay, I see what it is. Oh, this is gonna be fun. Let me quick save real quick. This is gonna be really, really fun. I hope. Hang on a second real quick, I just got an email from something, hang on. Alright, sorry. I got a notification that from one of my classmates in the Discord group I'm in that our grades we're at the end of the semester and our grades haven't been posted yet, so I'm still waiting up on that. I had to email somebody about that.
The game is on.
So, what's the plan? I hope it all doesn't go horribly wrong.
We know that the elephant is seeking a female. We can arrange that. A doll with the appropriate scent might do miracles.
So you're a marriage broker? Well, I suppose that makes me a groomsman. Oh, she is a bit breezy, I must say.
Well, Goliath is eager for a single female elephant in his area. It should be just enough for his taste. You'll need to trust me.
Are we ready? I can't stand the tension.
We're ready.
Oh,
Let's
that's
call
good. We
the
got the police
elephant.
involved as well. Let's try submissive.
How could anyone resist?
Okay, that didn't work. Let's try teasing.
I knew a lady once who said just that.
Okay, let's try salacious.
Too bad I'm not an elephant.
Tempting?
Take your time, Sherry.
Okay, how about impatient?
That deserves a slap. And then a kiss.
And here's our lovesick friend.
He's hiding somewhere in the forest. We're gonna see it hump it.
What is the meaning of this? Why are you bringing it here? I won't allow you to leave.
I assure you that it is only a temporary measure. It won't be long until the elephant is gone, I promise you.
Whoa! What's with the scratches on the face? Okay, just leave it alone. Don't get too crazy with it.
It injured itself while running through the forest. Peaceful and compliant, almost a gentleman. The left tusk is larger and more worn. You're a left-tusked elephant.
Is that a dart?
There's something in the needle. A feathered fletching. This might be promising.
Want to talk about the elephant in the yard?
Oh no, another formula to do. Alright, let's see. I'm up for the challenge of a more complicated equation. And I gotta keep in mind this can only link to 1 at the end. Huh. So what does this do if I do it like this? Oh, it adds one more, okay. Oh crap, I have a feeling I'm going to encounter this type of formula pretty soon. So this one combines, this one reverses the formula on these guys, and this one adds one to each, you can say each coefficient. There we go. Now let's see what's in this dart. strychnine. For those of you that don't know, that's a type of pesticide, and it can kill, like with the right amount, it can kill a human being or smaller animals like birds and such. But why? Oh, let's see. That's the obvious one. Yeah, that's the obvious one. I wanna say Arthur was the one that did it. I really don't see this. I mean, it's a coincidence that Arthur had a book about understanding the behaviors and attitudes of an elephant. Now let's see what happens if we did Paul. You know, just based on the personality of Paul, I highly doubt she or I highly doubt Paul would be that smart to do something like this. And besides, the evidence that we got on Paul is extremely far-fetched, and I highly doubt I'm 100% sure that Paul is innocent in all this. There's another one? Let's see this. But, hold on. But the darts, though. That's the thing. I don't know. This might be it. This could be the giveaway. Swift only read the book to understand the animal and how it should be treated. I mean, but Paul had the darts that was loaded with strychnine. He used them to kill darts, rodents, the same as. Oh, yikes. That's the giveaway. Damn, holy crap. This one has strychnine on it, but his doesn't, apparently. Huh. just concerned about the darts, that's what it is. I'm going with Arthur. I'm gonna go with Arthur. Those darts had something to do with it, and he knows what Strychnine can use it for.
I have to leave you for now.
Stop loitering.
You are guilty, Mr. Swift. Killing Theodore Gilden was a testing challenge. You succeeded.
What makes you think I'm somehow involved in Gilden's death? My partner's death, I might remind you.
You were there when Theodore Gilden died.
Nonsense. I visited him many times, but I wasn't there when the elephant killed him.
Then I must have made a mistake, because the murderer met Goliath's rage personally. The perpetrator was hit by the gate and thrown into the shed. Your bruise matches the contour of the broken hole. One further detail is that the murderer had a bosun's knife, fairly useful in a place where one might cut ropes and fabric, such as, I don't know, the dig site?
That's your interpretation of the facts, Mr. Holmes. You've simply aligned them to suit your hypothesis.
It's not a hypothesis once proven, it's theory, Mr. Swift. Your dart uses strychnine to kill rodents at the site, is that correct?
Well, yes, that is its purpose.
The same dart with strychnine was found on Goliath. The very same substance is a powerful stimulant. It causes convulsions, a flow of energy. You shot Goliath. The elephant became extremely energetic, agitated, and so terrified that it killed its owner. For a man of your age, it was easier to hit a larger grey target than a small man.
You said it yourself. Goliath killed Theodore, and your strychnine speculations are absurd. Only athletes use it as a stimulant, not elephants.
True, but one dart of strychnine would not be enough to kill the elephant, and you knew it. Let me tell you a story. A man spends almost 5 years of his life locating an artifact. He puts every ounce of energy and money into his research. The same man even goes so far as to sign a contract with a ruthless man, a businessman. It was a risk, but the reward would be worth it. Years go by and there's still no result, so the businessman decides to end the man's research. He spits on the research, he promises to bury the site under an eccentric project. All of this is just his whim. Theodore Gilden could do anything he wanted with this place, and you were anxious about the fate of your research. You wished to protect it. You tried to tame Gilden's eccentricity, but you killed him instead.
Theodore wasn't trying to sabotage my career. We had a disagreement, but it wasn't as dire as you describe it. He wasn't a pleasure to talk to, but killing him? Nonsense.
Theodore Gilden was a capricious man, extremely impulsive. But the cold-blooded nature of your plan makes you even more dangerous. You feel nothing. You show no remorse. It was simply a calculated move. And that is why you are under arrest.
Nothing. You have nothing on me.
I think I'll let the police decide if my findings are substantial enough for prosecution.
This is all a dreadful mistake. This can't be happening. The elephant killed Theodore.
Goliath is innocent and he should be free. He is not the real murderer here. That is the apex of your career, Mr. Swift. Farewell.
I told you Mr. Swift was not a real archaeologist. He was a murderer. I knew there was something wrong with him.
Fortunately for us, being a murderer was not his profession. And about the elephant?
While you were busy, I've dealt with it. No thanks to you. I asked you to solve this wretched problem, but you didn't.
I couldn't be in two places at once, Miss Gilden. I was catching your father's murderer. But how have you dealt with it?
A man agreed to take the elephant away. He came to me asking for permission to relocate it to his property, and I accepted.
Well, congratulations, I suppose. That is one less problem.
Actually, two, Mr. Holmes. I found my father's possessions that you can take with you and disappear.
I appreciate it, truly.
Well, someone has to do something. Take everything if you need to, and leave me be.
Take care of yourself, Miss Gilden.
Alright, that was a lengthy case. Had to do a lot of thinking on that one. I'll go to that later on. Let's do some... What is this? before I go on, let's hunt down for some... Where's it at? Where is it at? Let's go... There was a bunch of... Look at some of the Cordona Stories. If I remember, it was somewhere up here.
Salty breeze, old ruins, dusty roads. You recall clambering over these walls as a child? It was an old skull. What a lucky find for a pair of young adventurers.
It was easier to climb these walls back then. Not merely because we're older, but because the ruins are too. Of course. You said we needed to bury him. Do you remember where?
Well, one would think burying a human skull would stick in the mind, but somehow... no.
You getting trouble with some dude.
An old man was standing here as we passed.
Oh yes, I remember his face as we flew by with a skull in our hands.
He looked as shocked as our grisly companion.
Nothing ever bothers an old Ottoman backgammon player. Nothing ever bothers an old Ottoman backgammon player.
this wasn't the right place for a funeral. We were looking for somewhere more appropriate.
Funny, nowadays you love putting men behind bars.
You're a fellow of infinite jest, aren't you? The water level was higher back then.
I remember swimming through this mire while trying not to breathe in the horrible odour.
This is where we buried it. It seems that with time, our friend has emerged once more. The skull is ancient. Its likeliest owner was one of the Knights Hospitaller who died during the siege of the fortress. I remember now, you said this skull was my father's.
A child's imagination is a powerful tool. You needed this. A burial process of your own. A ritual so you could begin to grieve.
Here hung those lips that I have kissed, I know not how oft. I felt so alone back then, John. Uncertain. Abandoned by my father.
I know.
The skull wasn't his, though it may as well have been. In the earth, all of us look alike. Putting this man to rest, it did help.
I'm glad, Sherry.
I find myself rather tempted to keep it. If not for sentimental value, then it's archaeological merit.
Sherry, I think we're getting the hang of this.
Okay, you're asleep. Face down on the grass. Okay, that's nearby, I remember this, so hang on a second.
Karim of the Silver Hand, the pirate with a golden heart.
Eurus Road and Crooked Street meet. Eurus Road and Crooked Street meet. Make a quick detour over there first. Whoa. So this is Eurus Road and Crooked Street, and they meet over here. Few steps toward the mosque. Few steps toward the mosque. Left at the first stairs. And find the courtyard of wishing one shares. This has to be it. Oh god, another riddle. You're almost there. Let's not postpone. You're seeking an ark that's made of stone. Head east from the old ruins, my friend. It guards the ancients until the end. Head east from the old ruins.
So the treasure is real, but tell me, John, how did you even guess there would be something on top of the monument?
Didn't I ever tell you about my psychic abilities? I should have. I even know where we ought to go next.
Right, I gotta search around to see where the old ruins are at. Might be somewhere in the south. Or not. Well, that's the only rooms I can think of. Let's go over there.
Seni görmek güzel.
Where's the ruins at? It's not an ancient city. Oh, that old ruins. Okay, so here's the old ruins. Maybe a walk along the path? It guards the ancients until the end. Huh. Maybe that spot? Let's keep going.
Far over the misty water cold.
Last riddle. With old meals beneath its feet, find a tree that treasures keep. You may find only one small detail, but that doesn't mean that you have failed.
I always admire the way you notice such details.
In such moments, I often recall Mother's voice teaching us of the importance of the smaller details. The world hangs on small hinges, John.
Even the most chaotic miracle becomes sequential when you take a closer look. I remember.
Hold on, I gotta fucking spam shit. Hold on. Okay, I had to get rid of that. So back to the old rules. So I gotta look for a tree, excuse me. That might be the tree up there. What the fuck is this? Is there another tree I don't know about? Let's see. I think it would have prompted if I did find the right tree. Is that it? Holy crap, right here. Okay.
To dungeons old and caverns deep.
A magnifying glass. Ooh.
Wait, what? Is this Mother's magnifying glass? How did it end up here? What happened?
Sherry, you really need to learn to let miracles happen. The whole world is one big, unresolved, chaotic miracle.
But they will become sequential if you take a closer look. I do remember what Mother told us, but that explains nothing.
Just let things happen, all right? Besides, this little miracle will look perfect in our manner, don't you think?
Nice. And let me do this one real quick. What was that? Near the beekeeper's house? Or what's his name? Hold on, not the cemetery. Hold on, I'm in the wrong place. There's something about a bird cage.
Nice to see you. A statue of a buckled cage inside a city full of criminals. Let's take a closer look, Sherry.
It used to contain a silver statue of a miner's canary. They were often used by miners to detect fire damp. The lattice work was bent a long time ago. For the ones who gave their lives in the silver mines, for the safety and prosperity of Miners' End, 1830. A gloomy picture.
But quite poetic. A symbol of safety and prosperity has vanished from Miners' End, and now only the cage is left to remind the residents of their past glory.
The canary was stolen a long time ago. There's no hope in finding it now, but perhaps someone might know at least something about it. We should ask the people around here.
Maybe this guy knows.
Help me, please. Workers help each other. I'll guide you.
Lestrade Road. Oh yeah, let me see if there's a new newspaper article. Watch a kid.
Extra! Extra! The cheapest news on the island. Thank you.
The alleyway is nearby over here.
Is this familiar to you?
You know nothing of life. Deal with it by yourself.
Yeah, fuck off.
May I ask you something?
You'd better get out of my sight, pal.
Yeah, suck it.
Can you satisfy my curiosity?
I cannot. Sorry.
Can you satisfy my curiosity?
I used to work in a factory too, but things changed. Come back when you change too, then we'll talk.
Oh wait, near an alley on Lestrade Road? Let me go back out of here. Holy crap, I didn't realize how long Lestrade Road is. Oh, that might be it right there. Let me work this out. Let's keep heading north. Did I pass it? Jesus, I can't read. Northern part of Lestrade Road. Oh, there it is. Bars look good.
My grandma, God bless her, had known... My grandma, God bless her, had known the man who has doomed us all. My grandma, God bless...
I skipped something.
My grandma, God bless...
The thief died in grief. A poetic story for such an unpoetic place.
Safety is gone, and tears take the rest.
That's a bummer on that part. Oh, look at this. It's exploding a bit more.
Şimdi çok daha iyi hissediyorum.
I feel much better now.
Did you hear? Another sailor's drowned on the beach. What an idiot.
Did you hear?
Another sailor's drowned.
Case. Alright, we're gonna head over there and we're gonna call it an episode. So, we got a good amount of stuff done. We knocked out at least all the known Cordona stories so far. We might run into more, and we're gonna do this case in the next episode, and I'm gonna walk around Silverton and looks like on both sides right here after I'm done with this case. So we're gonna investigate the mysterious death of the sailor, how he drowned, why he drowned. Let me go over here. But yeah, that last episode, or the last case, the Gilded Cage, where we had to deal with the elephant and who killed Theodore Gilden. I was sticking to what I thought, like Arthur Swift. I mean, he got a little obsessed with his archaeological research that he felt threatened that his digging site was going to get taken over by a bathing house. Granted that Gilden
And the kiss mark
was eccentric.
It's the work of a siren, I'm telling you.
And then now we're hearing stories upon arriving this that looks like, well, this may be similar to a vampire case, so now we're going to deal with a siren as well too. So we're going to end it right here. We'll continue with the side story, maybe run into more side stories before we continue into the main storyline, which will continue at the Stonewood Manor. So hang tight, guys. Pretty sure the next episode will just be as exciting as this episode, which we completed that last main case. So stay tuned for, what is this, the 5th episode? Yeah, 5th episode. So we will see you in the 6th episode of Sherlock Holmes. So we're roughly, yeah, I just looked up the application, and we're a little over halfway done. It says about roughly over 50% completed the story, but not even 60 yet. So we still got quite a bit of ways to deal with the main storyline, and we still got a few more side cases to knock out. So hang tight on that, guys. This may last another 5 or 6 episodes. So stay tuned, guys, and I will see you then.